Make no mistake, black boys get preyed on too. Let's get into it.
Remember her as a teacher who went viral for her rap verse to celebrate school being back after COVID.
Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm number one in your top
Let's
10.
go.
Miss Williams, been popping. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when economy ain't no stopping.
But years after that video was released, the rapping teacher faces serious charges of sexually assaulting a student. Audriana Cobb Williams was arrested for 2 counts of sexual assault by teacher last December. And the former teacher/content creator has been out on bond since, but this week pleaded not guilty to the shocking crime. After the allegations came to light, the fallout was swift. According to WALB, Williams was placed on administrative leave about a week prior to her arrest. Then she resigned from her position within the Dougherty County school system in lieu of termination just 4 days prior to being arrested. Months later, in August of this year, Williams was indicted by a grand jury. And the grand jury indictment would reveal more into the troubling and disturbing allegations.
A now 14-year-old says he first met Taisha Bolden last October when she became his 8th grade teacher. That's according to court documents, alleging their relationship went beyond the Pilgrim Lutheran classroom. Investigators say between late May and late July, the two exchanged a whole lot of messages, more than 2,200. In those messages listed in the criminal complaint, Bolden acknowledges that the teen is a minor and that she feels guilty. But in one message, Bolden writes, quote, "I want to see you as often as possible, and the rest will just happen." This picture of Bolden is included in the criminal complaint against her. A selfie prosecutors say she sent the teen. Prosecutors say Bolden also sent photos we wouldn't be able to show you. The victim told a Brown Deer police detective that Bolden sent him nude photos in early 2023. He was 13 at the time.
With her since I was 14 years old. I took care of 3 kids that didn't belong to me. I put them on to school every morning for the bus. I cooked their dinner every night before they went to bed. I bathed them. And I've been doing this for 9 years. I mean, I didn't graduate high school. I've been with this woman all my life, my childhood life. I feel
Why was you going to school?
because I was with her.
But you were still a child. How you going to take care of 3 kids at 14?
I don't know, Your Honor.
You quit going to school altogether?
Yes, ma'am. And when I tried to go back to school, she didn't want me to go.
What were
guess
your
'cause she wanted-
parents?
My mother didn't agree with the relationship at first, and I turned against what my mother said and moved away with Helen.
The two of you had a baby when you were 16 and you were 30. So let me start there. How does a 30-year-old get interested in a 15-year-old?
Not purposely, but it happened.
I've had a lot of 15-year-old boys through my house. I have a lot of sons. They weren't interesting at 15. What did you find interesting about her? Him?
He was very mature. He was educated, and he was really funny. Good conversation. It wasn't like talking to a little kid where you can't stay focused and
How long were you with him before you discovered his age?
maybe a few months.
Did you lie to her about your age?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I didn't. I never lied about my age. Never have.
1 in 10 black boys reported being S8 in childhood by someone that they knew, 50% by someone that they knew. I personally feel like those numbers are higher, but the amount of shame and the amount of stigma that comes with assault on a black male child is something that a lot don't like to admit. So 1 in 10 reported about 10%. I feel like we don't focus on women as much because a lot of brothers feel like it's an initiation, like having an older woman was something to be proud of, not knowing that the emotional component of them wasn't grown, wasn't ready, just because their body was. So a lot of men struggle with intimacy, they struggle with relationships because of what happened in childhood, and we don't speak about it enough. Women should be equally punished, they should be equally responsible for children, and they should be equally treated the same when they hurt children. A monster is a monster is a monster. A predator is a pedophile is a predator is a pedophile. Nobody gets a pass when it comes to protecting black children. There's so many women that preyed on their little brothers' friends, on their sons' friends. Nasty women preying on children. I don't know what thrill or what pleasure you get out of that, but it's wrong. There's such a rage and an uproar when our little girls are preyed upon. It needs to be equally, we need to be equally angry and equally careful and equally protective of black boys as well. Because you never know who's looking to hurt your child. You never know who's looking to, traumatize your child. If you don't protect them, they have no chance. If you don't care about them and check on them and speak to them and make sure that they're aware and make sure that they know what no means and body autonomy, then they won't have protection. If we're not breaking generational curses, then what are we doing? What are we doing?
Message!